Alright, so in this one, we are going to be... apologize. I will never stop not doing that just because it's fun at this point, and you guys have always a reaction to it, so the more you guys react to that, I'll keep doing it. In this one, we are going to be going over a topic of, are Zenkais becoming more balanced? Now, I don't think I've discussed this fully. I've definitely mentioned it with, you know, Piccolo Showcase, maybe even Red GT Goku Showcase, and now looking at Goten and Gohan, honestly, because Gohan I really don't like. It seems like Zenkais are actually getting to a place where they are more, you know, forthcoming to not be busted as fuck. If you look at Red Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 3, Red Gogeta, Bardock, all those oldies, there is no units nowadays that are Zenkai. If we look, Kamikolo, Red GT Goku, Goten, Super Saiyan Gohan, Purple Broly, well, he is, and because the Super Saiyan effect, but Purple Turles, and then some others down here, like Ginyu isn't even that crazy, even though he's an EX Zenkai. It seems like they're learning to balance, so to go over what it seems like what they're doing, and if they are going in the right direction or not, because I think in some circumstance they are, but in some they aren't. So to, let's say, go over Blue Piccolo, right? He is very good, and I like this design. Amazing. They have this with some other units, like Yellow Frieza has this. This guy has it. Purple Turles has it. But some others don't. Red GT Goku kind of has it, but not fully. He does more to specific tags. We look right here. Tag Android or Future, he does more damage. That's good. So it means that he can be run on a regen team, a blast-based regen team as your blue, if you don't have Kid Buu or Android 21, or you prefer this guy over Android 21, which I believe Android 21 is still better. But you could run this guy if you have him Zenkai'd, and he'll still do well. But this isn't his meta to do well. Once we get like an LF Cell, an LF 17 and 18, maybe an Ultra 17 and 18, something like that, an Android or Future unit, another Goku Black, which, surprise, surprise, we're going to get another Goku Black, another Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the future, sort of hope Trunks from the future, any of that, any Trunks at all that's not the Kid, because, you know, Kid Trunks never ages, apparently, is going to be future, and this guy is going to fuck shit up. I very much like the design of he's okay enough to run now, but then once he gets what he wants is Android or Future, because obviously he fought the androids. He fought Cell, but got his ass kicked, so I don't know why he does more to Future, but he fought the androids, so once we get more of those tags, he will look absurd, but for now he still looks good enough. Let's go over some more that have something similar, is this Yellow Frieza. He does more to Saiyans, wherever that actually is, because I won't find it. There you go. 40% strike damage inflicted against tag Saiyan, but he also does more damage overall to other tags. And plus 20% damage inflicted against tag Freeze Force or LOE. He does a little bit damage inflicted overall everywhere, but his most attribute is obviously going to be this first one, which is all to Saiyans, right? 40%, 20%, that 20% actually isn't Saiyans, but then you have this right here. When he's faced with the enemy tag Saiyan, randomly draws one new card when you have 3 or fewer cards, and restores ki by 30. That's a very good type of swapping thing. Purple Super Saiyan 3 has something similar, but better. He does a strike arts. This guy draws one new random card, so he could draw a green card for all you know, want, and that would be a fucking benefit, because you pop this guy's green card, they're not immune. Telekinesis, Rising Rush, boom, you can win the match right there. This guy actually is very good for the meta currently, and if you aren't running him on like a powerful opponent-based team, you should give him a try. If you have Zenkai 7, which I know not a lot of people do. Some units I don't like how they did. Now, there's 2 units in particular here that are one's old, pretty old I would say actually, and one's very new. Red Metal Cooler is the old one. Now, I don't like what they did with him. I think he should have been a lot better than he is. His defenses aren't bad, it's just not great. Zenkai Gohan has 10k more on him, and this guy is a defense type along with him. And Gohan also has a lot higher strike attack than this Cooler. So, for one, they fucked up his stats on him. I don't like that. They made him a very sustainable unit, right? They didn't give him the defense to sustain, and they didn't really give him any cover cut besides this 30%, and that's it. You see his damage inflicted, 30% there, that's it. 30% and then 40% here, that's all he gets. He gets no other damage inflicted, unless you pop his main, then his main, it's like, okay, you really have to pop that only if your allies are low, and if they're low, then someone's probably going to die in the midst of popping that. And that would just be 100% damage inflicted total, then 100 and what, 10%? 130% to special move damage, but his blue card doesn't have blast armor, so why would I want to use this guy's blue card over, let's say, I don't know, who are you going to run this guy on? Let's say on regen. Why would I want to run this guy's blue card over Fat Boo's? Why would I do that? It's an AoE green card. It's better and it can feint. Why would I want to run this guy's blue card over... Again, trying to think of something just top of my head. Kid Buu! It'll get his damage inflicted up. Why run it over LF Piccolo's, DKP's? Why would I do that? There's no situation where I'm going to want to run this blue card over... Oh, it does have blast armor. Well, still, feint, better chance, regardless. There's just no situation I want to run this guy where he's going to be the craziest unit on the team. Now, that's good, but it's also that you'll never see this guy in play at all. Corrupted Zamasu is obviously replacing this guy. You have this guy in LOE, who you still don't see because Red DBS Freeze is just a better overall utility unit-wise. While this guy can heal, he's not offering much besides that. He can destroy their cards, increase their card cost, which is pesky, but DBS Freeze, it definitely does that 10 times better than this guy could ever do it, and his blast damage is just off the charts, while this guy has mediocre damage, even with Blue Cooler, giving him those critical damage increases. I don't like how they did this Red Metal Cooler. I don't feel like anybody talks about him because they did him so dirty. He could have easily been just a great option for a Red Regen unit when, you know, Zamasu didn't exist and they didn't really have anything. But instead they made him pretty mediocre and really forgettable, which I detest because I actually thought that cooler could have been a cool concept for a very tanky good Zenkai. Kind of like this Gohan, but I don't like this Gohan because he's a Super Saiyan and then they did the Super Saiyan effect. To look at his stats, just the 14 stars because I don't have him there. Defenses, again, a lot higher than that cooler, and the reason I don't like this Gohan is because he is a Super Saiyan. 1, he will not replace your Bardock. Let's just get that out of the way. He will not replace Bardock. He will never replace Bardock. Nobody that is a blue Super Saiyan will ever replace Bardock on a Super Saiyan team. And this guy wants to be run on a Super Saiyan team. Now, you can't run him on a hybrid team, but to get his max potential, you're going to run on Super Saiyans blue, blue, purple with LF Goten or Revival Gohan. It doesn't really matter. This guy doesn't have a specific thing where he wants to be with just this Goten or just this Gohan. He wants to be with one Sun family member. Obviously, Revival Gohan's a very good option. Goten as your secondary option. Purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku even, because you don't need him to get Super Saiyan buffs because he's so good all on his own on a standalone unit. This guy does no damage. I understand his main premise is to tank, but what if you drop combo and this guy gets none of this cut? He'll get no 40% cut, he'll get no 60% cut because you dropped combo because you knew he would come in. He's a very predictable unit. You'll never struggle against this guy in a one-on-one because he'll never have crazy damage. Look, one member alive, he'll get 40% there. Okay, self per tag something the battle member when this character enters the battlefield. So let's say you run on Super Saiyans, he'll have 25%. So that is 65% to damage inflicted. Then some family member is defeated, so he has 65% to strike damage. And then just 40% to overall damage, right? That's it. Then he has 80% to strike damage, and then 60% to overall damage. Okay, that's it. His 80%. That's all he gets. Main ability is given 20. Oh no, by out. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, he gets 60% to damage inflicted in his best scenario, without death buffs or anything. Obviously, because you don't include those. 60%, really? 80% for strikes, really? That's it. What about his blast? You're running with Goten, you're kind of fucked, huh? Because you'll have one strike, one blast because of Bardock. You know, this guy holding one-on-one, then you have blast. 2 of them because Goten holds 2 blasts. Well, you're fucked. I don't like how they designed him. They should have made him, I wouldn't say Fat Buu level, but to even look, who's just an okay tank, but not crazy. Green Broly level. I don't understand why people really don't understand how good Green Broly is. Apologize for the background noise. It just be like that sometimes. Green Broly is a very good unit, and people don't talk about him often. But if this Gohan were designed like that Green Broly, he would be really fucking good. That Broly is going to tank, drop combo or not. He's going to be a god at tanking. He's going to do good blue card damage. This Gohan does pitiful blue card damage because, again, only 60% in his best scenario, the damage inflicted. He won't do anything. Green Broly is just crazy. This Gohan changing Blast Strikes isn't good for LF Goten. I guess it's okay for Rival Gohan, but in a full combo, if you do one full combo with this guy off Super Saiyan buffs with his best equipment in the game, he won't kill anything. Maybe 3-star Merge Zamasu, maybe, if he's getting crits. I genuinely dislike this Gohan. I understand he's meant to tank. I understand he's not meant to be the abhorrent juggernaut of, damage, but he isn't as good as he could have been. Now, that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking down on these units, but the reason I'm talking down on them is because I like that they're not being phenomenal. Starting from, I would say, DBS Broly, they've been toning down a lot of units. You see Transforming Gogeta also toned down. Purple Turles is not a main option anymore. He is, well, he never was. He is your sub option if you don't own Revival Gohan. Then he's your alternate option if you don't own LF Goten, even though you wouldn't really run Goten on movies, but you could have just a Sun Family based movie team. Turles is your alternate options. They're making it so these Zenkais are alternates. Yellow Frieza, alternate option to LF Full Power. Kamikolo, alternate option to LF Kid Buu. I very much like this trend that they have done so far, but I feel like they're kind of prepping us for something bad in a sense. So again, we talk about it. Yellow Frieza, GT Goku. GT Goku is actually pretty he's actually not that bad. I just think I underrate him a little bit. I think he's actually pretty decent. Kamikolo, all them. What do they all have in common is that they are more geared toward Android or Saiyans for Frieza, but androids for Kamikolo and GT Goku. Now, if I were a betting man, I would say this is due to a reason, which is LF Cell incoming. Now, I don't think he's coming now. I think he'll be coming during a big celebration. This is how I feel like this is going to play out. We will have whatever LF we have next week, right? We'll see the video and stuff, reveals and stuff in a couple of days from now. And, we'll go over it and we'll see what LF we get. I think it'll be a movie LF, probably like a Broly-esque, maybe something else. If it's not, I'd be happy, but I could easily see a movie LF coming because they want to buff movies. Again, Dragon Ball Super 2022 movie is coming, and they want to buff the tag to make people run it prior to and while the movie is out. So you summon, and already have a very good tag to back up these new units from the movie. That's why they're buffing the tag, by the way, if you're wondering. But to go into my theory, my little witchcraft hat, what I see coming is an LF Cell / maybe Sword of Hope Trunks, maybe something similar, just an android or a future unit, but I do see a more android-based unit coming. An LF Cell for Black Friday. Now, why I say this is because they drop these Zenkais pretty randomly, right? Kamikolo made no sense to the celebration, with it being LOE-based, well, Frieza Force-based, I guess, and then GT Goku also made little sense because it was also in between the anniversary and in between the movie banner, so I was like a little confused on that. So he wasn't necessarily themed to GT, he was more just thrown out there when we already had Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta pretty recently. I feel like this is the case because the week before, or the week after, we get an LF, I don't know, Revival Cell, LF Cell in general, or something similar to that notion. These guys will come back. Now, I think that's a good marketing strategy, but is it good for players? No. Now, while these guys are not the greatest, again, as I said, they want their circumstance. And once we get that circumstance, we get a purple, LF Cell. This GT Goku is going to look crazy. You're going to run that cell on androids or regen, even though you really don't need to run them on a regen. You have purple TKP. But if you want to, you'll most likely see them on androids, though, because they need that purple. Kamikolo will be crazy. GT Goku will be crazy. And it kind of buffs them. Kind of like Yellow Frieza got that buff now, where we got so many Saiyans. We got Revival Gohan, we got LF Goten. Frieza's yellow. Obviously, they are hybrids, but you have Sun Family now. Them dropping increases the usage of Sun Family. Goku is Sun Family, so he's also a Saiyan. You get me? The usage of who's dropping increases the value of these particular Zenkais. Same with Turles, right? Does more to Sun Family and Saiyans, I believe. Their specific buffs to specific tags kind of leads on who's coming. If we thought about it for a split second and used our brain cells, Purple Turles dropped his Zenkai. It was very out of the blue because we already just got a purple new unit, so we didn't expect a purple movie unit. Maybe we expected a purple hybrid to Zenkai, maybe that Transforming Trunks. didn't expect a purple, well, he has movies, but you know what I mean. You didn't expect purple Turles as Zenkai. You expected somebody else that was a purple, but not in the similar vein of Turles. He does more to Sun Family and Saiyans. Well, what did we just get? LF Goten, Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku. You get me? It's a little bit predictable what they're trying to do. Maju obviously being the oddball of what we got is not, helping that circumstance. But I do think they are trying to make this to where it's more, you can anticipate what's coming. So getting Kamikalo, getting this GT Goku, if I'm, again, a betting man, I would say this is more or less leading to an Android LF incoming. I don't know, personally. I went over the Dragon Ball Saga team. I was like, okay, give them an LF, give them an LF. Shit, I could see Android 8er being an LF. Or at least a Goku assist Android 8er where he gets pissed off, goes LF mode because he got so angry 8er's dead from that, one red ribbon guy. I don't even know what the fuck happened in that. I just remember seeing the scene. But that could be an LF. That could be the first duo LF unit. You never know. It could be something random. They dropped motherfucking all these random other LF units. I mean, why not him, right? Like, it wouldn't shock me. That's just me. I think these Zenkais being so, not mid, I would say okay. They're not mid because they are catered, right? If they were mid, they would just be, I don't know, Android 16 level. Caulifla level. They aren't mid. And they're more catered to what will come and things that will actually stay relevant. Because Androids, if you don't know, Androids is very relevant just when it has at least one other unit besides NDP 17, well, Tournament Power 17, Android 21. They have other options, but it's just that they aren't good enough. Once they get a new unit, boom, they'll be relevant. Regen, same thing. Once they get a new unit, boom, they'll be relevant. Saiyans, they are relevant. Hybrids, relevant. Sun Family, relevant. The thing is, they're kind of playing around this idea, it seems like, that, okay, these Zenkais, while not being the greatest phenomenal thing in the world, we're going to tone them down for two reasons of predictability, maybe. I think, it seems like, I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I do feel like the next LF that's for a big celebration will be an LF Cell, or at least an Ultra or something. Something that's going to be Android-based is coming very soon because of how these Zenkais are toned. And then, the other circumstance is they want you to summon for LFs. Now, you look at Revival Gohan and you're like, holy shit, I need him. Right? That's where everyone was. Because he is the best non-LF Zenkai in the game. And he's crazy. Look at Frieza. People were like, oh my god, I kind of want him. Now, that's not because he's bad. That's because his teams are bad. But Frieza in himself is 20 times better than yellow Frieza here. When he's not faced off against Saiyans, even though Frieza wants face off against Saiyans. It's complicated. This yellow Frieza is good against Saiyans, but that full power Frieza is 10 times better against anything else. So, they made it, again, to where you are desiring the new LF, but the Zenkai still has a usage. You have Revival Gohan, but Super Saiyan 3 Goku still has a usage on this other team. You have LF Goten, but Revival Gohan has a usage on his team, and you can replace them depending on your stars, depending if Goten is Zenkai'd or not. You can, find a discrepancy and then put whoever you want where. It's just, they are not scared, they are conserving, it seems like. They are not trying to pull another Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on us, another LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku on us. They are not trying to do that just because they want us to spend more. Now, obviously, that's a good thing for them, and that's overall not a bad thing for the player, because just hear me out. You need money to be spent to keep a game alive. So giving us more incentive to pull for LFs is going to keep the game alive. Now, if you give us some half-ass, okay, here's LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's pretty ass, and he's not replacing anybody or helping any team, and he's just kind of fodder, they're not going to earn money. The more money this game earns, the longer it stays alive. That's how that works. Gacha game won't live if the game isn't making money. Look at other gacha games that have, fallen in the past. They just started doing the wrong thing and kind of fucked themselves over. Legends did the wrong thing. It's a Dragon Ball IP, so they had a lot longer time to recuperate and fix themselves. But they did the wrong thing with Gohan, Super Saiyan 2, with, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, with some other Zenkais, and they recuperated, it seems like, to make Zenkais not the best thing in the game, besides LF Zenkais currently, but I feel like they will fall off eventually. One day we will have just normal LFs be the top dog / Ultra LF units, but that's going to be for another time, a long time from now, probably anniversary. I could see the first sellable LF Ultra unit, personally. But you need people to spend money on the game to keep the game going. It seems like with them toning down, again, not making them bad, but toning down these Zenkais allows for predictability for a lot of players. Again, an Android LF just seems like it's in the midst for all of us because the tag hasn't gotten buffed in a couple of months here since Android 17 and 18 from Tournament of Power, and it just seems like their time. If it's not Dragon Ball Saga's time, it's definitely Android's time. We do have a lot of meta-relevant teams, given the best team is Hybrids by 10 miles. You do have movies that's very good. Gaki's in a good spot. Regen's in a great spot. Saiyans is one of the best teams in the game. Sun Family's one of the best teams in the game. So you're really just lacking on Vegeta Family, which I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, I guess we'll just keep waiting, but Vegeta Family's lacking. GT's actually a pretty good team. Another lacking team would be Androids. Not necessarily fully lacking, it's just that they need that purple. They really, really need that purple, but you run Androids nowadays, you could still shit stomp on any team in the game. Vegeta Family, it's 10 times harder to do that with. And then, I mean, to even just think about it real quick, LOE, and that's about it. Super Warriors, they don't care about. It's not going to be a real tag. Never will be. LOE is probably the last of the three. So Vegeta Family, Androids barely, and then LOE are the only ones that really need buffs. And they just did LOE, so they're not going to do them again. They did Frieza Force. They're not going to help LOE with Frieza Force again. They're more straying toward powerful opponent with LOE regardless, which is a good tag anyways. We just need support unit, then they'll be crazy. So it's either going to be Vegeta Family or Androids, basically, for the next LF. Think about it. Who are you guys going to see? LF Cell, which actually, I know this isn't true. It's, it's accurate, but it's not, like, 100% true. Dokkan is getting their worldwide celebration, so both the Japanese and global version celebrating together. And it seems like it's going to be Android / Cell Saga themed. Now, this happened 2 years ago where they had Android / Cell Saga theme. And they got Perfect Cell. And they got a Super Saiyan Gohan. They got Super Saiyan 2. Perfect Cell that goes into, well, Perfect Cell? Well, I don't know, what do you call him? Whatever. You got Cell that comes back and goes into Perfect Cell. Super Perfect Cell. I don't fucking know what you call him. But you got Perfect Cell. Now, again, it kind of pairs with the idea of these couple things of Kamikolo, androids. GT Goku, androids. And then you have an LF Cell that could presumably drop because Dokkan and Legends have in the past done these things where they simultaneously, maybe not on purpose, but both drop the same type of units. We got Boo-Tanks around the same time. We got Boo-Tanks in Dokkan. We got a couple other units at the same time that are slipping my mind, but I know we got a couple other units at the same time. Dokkan maybe got an EZA for them. We got a new unit for them. Let's say Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I know that's probably not true, but it's, the concept of it. So, with all that, this went from me, saying Zenkais are becoming balanced to Zenkais are learning to predict the LFs, which sounds stupid, but I feel like it could be true. Again, I think we will see in this next video and stuff, not the LF I'm predicting of Cell, but I think the next big celebration of, I don't know, I guess you could say Black Friday, an LF Cell could come, and or if neither of that happens, I would say an Ultra Cell does make sense. Let me know what you guys think if these Zenkais are actually starting to predict what's coming. Because again, you look at just everything we have here, and they become pseudo options for their main LFs. So what if they're predicting the next LF by what they do increased damage to? Since a lot of these units are doing increased damage to tags that necessarily don't matter right now, right? Future doesn't matter right now, Android doesn't matter right now, but these two units right here are doing more to those tags. Wouldn't that kind of set off alarm bells in your head? I don't know. It sets off some in mine. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, I think this is actually a pretty smart theory, and if it is true, that'll be what? I mean, I guessed Goten, I guessed Kamikolo, I guessed, I think I guessed Majub. I think I guessed Majub somewhere. that they were all coming, and they've all come. They're Zenkai slash new units, so maybe this theory's right, maybe this theory's wrong. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.